let me invite you all to close your eyes for just a moment. He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, Jag mein sacho tero naam, He Ram, He Ram. You can open your eyes. How did that make you feel? Relaxed? Connected to your inner self? Now, hold on to that feeling. The purpose of my talk is to persuade you to introduce an element of spirituality into your daily life. Now, let me be clear. I'm not advocating for any specific religion, nor am I promoting religious beliefs. I hold no judgment whether you are religious, agnostic, or atheist. Trust me, I'm not here to sign you up for anything. There's no join now button at the end of this talk. What I'm trying to convey is the helpfulness of adopting a time or habit for you to step away from the litany of daily distractions we all face in the form of work, social media, and other demands. Who brushes their teeth every morning? Now, who brushes them at night as well? No judgment, just asking. Don't worry, I'm not a dentist or even sponsored by Colgate, although I wouldn't pass on free toothpaste. I am, however, interested in the fact that you have a habit that you dedicate time to daily, or for some of your hygienic ones, twice a day. I want to encourage you to adopt another habit that I believe can clean and freshen your minds. No floss required. Hello everyone, I'm Kriyena Dewani, a Year 9 student at Dubai College, and today I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind a lot lately. We live in a world where our smartphones are practically an extension of ourselves. Like seriously, if your phone had a heartbeat, it might be your best friend. We spend hours scrolling, liking, sharing, and commenting. But in this smartphone age, have we lost touch with something deeper? Have we lost spirituality? And a big question that might be running through your mind, can we be spiritual and cool at the same time? So, what is spirituality? If you Google it, you'll find a definition like this: the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or nature, as opposed to material or physical things. In simpler terms, it's about being connected to something beyond the physical world, something that speaks to your inner self, your soul. It's about understanding that there's more to life than just what we see or own, like our phones, clothes, or how many followers we have. But in today's world, our smartphones often push us away from this kind of deeper connection, especially with our cultures. Social media shows us what's trending, what's cool, and what everyone else is doing. And let's be honest, a lot of that has nothing to do with our spiritual roots or cultural practices. Sure, there are influencers who represent their culture proudly, but they're just one voice in a sea of thousands. Most of us end up following the crowd, sticking to what's common or normal, because we want to fit in, not stand out. It's easy to lose sight of the spiritual practices that have been handed down from generation to generation. I fear, if we forget these things, we may obliterate what mankind has passed on since the days of the cavemen, where they had their supernatural beings that they believed in, or even the ancient Greeks and Romans who had specific gods and creatures they worshipped. So, how do we practice spirituality while still being cool? And how do I, as a teenager, manage this? Well, the key is to find something that resonates with both your passions and your culture. For example, I love music and singing, and guess what? That connects me to my culture through bhajans, which are devotional songs sung in Hinduism and Indian culture. Bhajans aren't just songs. They're a way to express devotion and connect with the divine. And these songs aren't just beautiful, but also deeply spiritual, helping me feel connected to something bigger than myself. They're often sung in groups with instruments like the harmonium, tabla, or cymbals to create a powerful communal experience. I first started learning bhajans during the COVID-19 lockdown, where life felt uncertain and isolated. Learning these chants with my sister not only helped us stay connected during a tough time, but also gave us a sense of comfort and stability. It was like having a little piece of our culture to hold on to when the world felt out of control. Now, we practice these bhajans weekly by performing them for our great-grandma, aged 93. It's become a special ritual that forms a bond between our generations. It's incredible how these songs can bridge gaps, bringing me closer to my roots and to my family. Plus, performing these bhajans over Zoom during the pandemic really boosted my confidence. Singing in front of large audiences, even virtually, made me more self-assured. And it all started as a practice that was introduced to cope during a challenging time. And let's be honest, it's a great excuse to belt out a tune without getting any strange looks. Now, there's a perception that people who practice spirituality are uncool, that they're somehow out of touch or too serious. But that's just a stereotype. In reality, being spiritual can be one of the most empowering and authentic things you can do. It's about finding your true self, exploring your roots, and finding peace in a world that's constantly demanding your attention. Plus, there's nothing cooler than being confident in who you are and what you believe in. Now, let's talk about the impact this can have on your mental health. We all know that social media and smartphones can sometimes be overwhelming. The constant pressure to keep up with trends, the fear of missing out, and the comparisons we make between our lives and others can take a toll on our mental health. But spirituality offers a refuge from all that. For me, singing bhajans has been a game changer in the chaos of school, social media, and technology. It's given me a way to relax, reflect, and reconnect with my inner self. It's like being able to hit the pause button on life and taking a moment to breathe. Research shows that spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, or even spending time in nature to find solace can decrease feelings of depression and anxiety. It's like a mental health spa day, but way cheaper. So, to end things off, can you be spiritual and cool at the same time? Absolutely. In fact, I'd argue the two go hand in hand. Being spiritual and being in touch with your inner peace means being aware of who you are, where you came from, and what really matters in life. It's about finding your own path, even if it's not the one everyone else is following. So I challenge you to explore your own spirituality, reconnect with your roots, and find peace in a world that's constantly out of control. And you might just find that it makes you feel more confident, more centered, and yes, even cooler than before. And who knows, you might even start a new trend. Let me invite you all to close your eyes again and chant the word Om with me for a few seconds. Ready? Om. That, guys, took less time than brushing your teeth. Thank you.